Hello there, Kaola 7th graders. This is Miss Ray-Budman, your social studies teacher, here with a little video tutorial for your next project. I will be trying to make a tutorial for you on all of your projects and send them out to you a day or two before your project is due. This one is due in a few days, and so I wanted to make sure I gave you some instructions and some ideas. The project is based on the idea of cause and effect, which is a really important thinking skill that's used in many classes, not just social studies, but especially in science, but also in math, even in stories and ELA and other classes. So it uses this idea of cause and effect, and then we're going to use it to look at culture and development throughout this year. So cause and effect is a relationship. It's how one thing helps to create a reaction, and then that reaction can create something else. So I'm going to show you a couple examples. The first example is not one necessarily about environment, but is one that I think you'll recognize, and it'll hopefully give you some ideas about how you can go about completing this project. So the cause of many of our changes to culture these days is COVID-19. So COVID-19 I chose as the cause. So how has that then impacted the way we live? Well, we could be here probably the rest of today talking about all of the ways in which COVID-19 has influenced our lives. But I picked three. One, we have to wear masks. Nobody likes them. They're a really big pain in the butt, but everybody still has to do it anyway, and that's one effect. Now, could we go on and on about that? Sure, but I just put it here as one box. Another effect of COVID-19 is that we have social distancing. So I put that down here in this little meme because that's some way in which that COVID-19 has influenced our way of life. Also in the middle, we are having to do online learning. So that's my daughter, Julia. She's working on her iPad. She's in second grade. So for 3 days a week, she does the remote learning. And then on 2 days a week, she goes to Shepherdstown and gets to go to her classes. So one result of COVID-19 is that we've had to adapt education in many ways to include some kind of remote learning. Now, you'll notice that from that middle box, I have continued on. So I chose this one and I decided, okay, well, what other results have come from that? Well, because of so much online learning, we have Kaola, which actually isn't new. We've had Kaola for more than 10 years in Mechanicsburg School District. But last year we had less than 20 kids in the program. This year we have more than 700 kids in the program. So one effect of COVID-19 is we have had this huge surge of students taking our Kaola program. Because of that, a result of the Kaola growth is this one. That's me working from home. That's not what I usually do. I typically would be in room 210 of Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School, and I wouldn't be doing a video tutorial for my 7th graders. So a result of COVID-19, if you follow the arrows all the way through, is me doing this presentation and me working from home and trying to do my best to help all of you be successful in Kaola this year because of the use of remote learning. So that's an example of how we look at a cause and the different kinds of effects that occur because of it. So your task is not really about COVID-19, obviously, but it's about environment. So you need to consider first what environment is, and then how do we adapt to our environment? And so those terms are really important. The environment are all of the things around you. It's what the temperature is like today. It's what sports are available to us. It's how we dress. It's what is our transportation. It's what kind of crops we can have, what kind of jobs are available to us. We don't have camel racing, for example, in Mechanicsburg because it doesn't fit with our environment, or our culture for that matter. So you want to think first about environment, and then you want to think about how people in different parts of the world and people here in America, or even people in Mechanicsburg, how do we adapt to the environment around us? How could that environment change, and how might we have to change with it? There are a lot of different directions you can go with this. So here's the first part of your project. You need to really start with one example of how environment or geography affects life. So you can think of it in your own life. You can think of it here in America. You could think of it even in another part of the world if you'd like to. But you need to first find that one place to start. And that's really the hardest part of this project. So you can either just look around you as if you want to for your environment, or you can search around. You can think about sports, you could think about clothing, you could be thinking even about history, or maybe climate change, whatever you want to use. Once you have your example, then you're going to start to brainstorm. Okay, well then what is the impact of that environment? So you'll take that cause and now you'll think about the effects and you'll build your own organizer. So I thought of COVID-19 first as my cause of cultural change, and then I looked for the effects of that. And you'll do this, but with one for the environment. So here's my environmental example. There's also an example on Odysseyware about drought, so you can look at that one as well. But here's one I made. I came across this statistic about snow. And I thought, well, isn't that interesting? That could really change a lot of the ways in which we live if there's less snow. The first thing I thought of is, oh man, what about snow days? But I have a feeling that we might not be using snow days anymore anyway. So here's an example of one I built. So with less snow, one effect of that is that winter sports in the northern hemisphere might be shorter. You might not be able to ski or snowboard in March as much as we used to, because if there's less snow in the spring, it would be harder to do that. Another effect of less snow is there's just then less groundwater. Snow is water. And so if there's less groundwater in the wintertime and into the spring, then that means it's going to be drier in the summer and in the fall because the ground will have less water in it. And if that is true, then also that means there could be more drought. It also just means that some foods might not be able to grow as much because there'll be less water. It could also mean that the farmers have to irrigate more. And if they have to irrigate more, then that's going to make food more expensive. So it's one cause. And then I thought, okay, what are the effects? And I went this way. Now, I could have kept going from this one if I wanted to, but you don't need to do that. You just need to show the effects of one cause. How many boxes should you have? I have 5, and you probably should have at least 5. If you have more than that, that's entirely up to you. But you probably should have about 5 different examples of cause and effect. So you want to be thinking a little bit about that. So now what? All right, once you have this idea, how do you actually make one of these? So there's a couple different ways you could do this. I made this one up here on a Word document. Open up Microsoft Word, I inserted shapes and text boxes and saved it, done. You could, if you're using a Google Doc, if you're using a Chromebook with Google Docs, just go to Insert Google Drawing, and then you can just put shapes and text, and then you just insert it right into your Google Doc. If you want to use a PowerPoint, you could use a PowerPoint or a Google slide and put shapes and text in it in the same way and save it that way. You could also just write this out on a piece of paper. Just get a nice big piece of white paper, draw your own little shapes, write it in there, make sure it's written neatly enough and dark enough that I can read it. Take a picture with your computer or with your phone. That would work too. All right, so you just need to somehow make your shapes, and it can be in any shape you want, triangles, circles, I don't really care. And then you'll put your organizer in a format where you can upload it. And this is sort of an important part. You need to save the file. Save it with your name and then upload it into Odysseyware in the project environment place on Odysseyware. I have attached a document to you, which you really should print. The middle school teachers work together on this document, and in all of your classes, you will have to upload files, whether or not it's essays or charts or graphs or math problems. You're going to need to upload things. So we made an instruction paper. Please make sure you follow that. Do not just send us a link to your Google Doc or your Google slide, because most of the time we can't get into those. We can't access those. So you need to save the file and then upload it in. And there are instructions for that on the document next that's attached to this email as well. So if you're still like, all right, I got no idea what I'm doing, Ms. Ray-Budman, this is crazy, there are a couple things here you can do. You can just email me. You can say, all right, here's my idea. What do you think about that? All right, and that's fine, and I'll try and give you some feedback. You can use the document that I just referenced to make sure that you are saving and uploading it. So if that's what you need help with, use the paper first, and if you still can't figure it out, then ask. Also, I'm going to be doing a Zoom help session both Thursday and Friday of this week. So I have attached the Zoom link, and I'll also include it in the email. And you can either come to office hours on Thursday from 12 to 1 or Friday from 9 to 9:30. You're going to have to get out of bed for that one. And if you come to those Zoom help sessions, then that way you can ask me questions about the project or other things. But mostly it's to help with the project on Thursday and Friday for those who need help with those. All right. So I hope that this is helpful. If you have other questions, let me know. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with.